Said, what I'm going to do is I'm going to introduce our final speaker of the day. I'm super excited. So we have Pearl coming up to the stage, and Pearl is a ball of energy. This girl, sometimes I look at her and I am like, I want to have Pearl's energy. So I brought her in because this type of energy, if we can bring this energy into business, this is magnetic, this is sustainable. Pearl's going to be talking about health equals wealth, the energy of success. She's a holistic health coach. She loves to dance. She's going to help you to unlock your next level energy so that you can be sustainably scaling your business. And she is on a mission to really transform the lives of 1,000 women using the magic of just creating these elevated experiences through your energy, through regulating. So Pearl, welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here. Thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Hi, everyone. I am amazing. So good to see you all. Thank you so much for having me, Ali. It's been a pleasure. And it's been an incredible 2 days. I've been hopping in when I can and really powerful stuff happening. So I'm really grateful to be a speaker and to share what I have for you all today. Amazing. So speaking of dancing, I want all of us actually to get up and move because we need to move. I don't know about y'all, but maybe sitting all day, maybe you're like, ooh, a little stiff here and there. So I don't know if I'm able to share my audio. I am just gonna do a little jig. We're gonna move, we're gonna dance for like a minute and just shake it out. Shake it. Just
Move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it. You like to move it. I like to move it. I like to move it.
There we go. Let's go.
I like to move it.
Oh yeah.
You like to move it. All girls all over the world.
Move, girl.
Original man, stunt man, pon your case, man. I love how all girls are moving their body.
Let's go, Jenna.
And when you move your body, wanna move it nice and sweet and
Yes.
sexy. Alright, woman you cute, I don't need no makeup. Original cute body, you want me part for the woman you cute, I don't need no makeup. Original cute body, you want me part for the woman. Physically fit, woman. Physically fit.
All right.
Woman you nice, sweet, fantastic.
This song is so good. All right. Hope you're feeling it. Come back and sit down. Woo. How are you doing? Samantha's like holding her chest. She's like, I'm out of breath. Wow. Thank you for moving with me. Movement is such a core piece of everything I do. We're going to talk more about that. But the reason I get everyone to move before I teach, because when we move, we actually create. Ooh, I didn't catch my breath. When we move, we create something in our brain that's called brain-derived neurotrophic factor. And this factor helps us, it helps our brain create more neural pathways, helps our brain retrieve information better, remember things better. So I would like to move before I share information because I know that fact. I'm like, I'm gonna help y'all retain it, right? So you can remember what I'm sharing and take action on the information because information without implementation is useless. And so we are here to talk about health equals wealth, the energy of success. Can everyone see my slides? Yes, amazing. I'm glad you need that. I'm glad y'all got to move your booties and have a little good move. All right. I'm still out of breath, fam. Okay. So you're here today because you understand the importance of your health and your well-being and how it contributes to your success. Drop a yes in the chat if you're like, yes, I know me healthy equals my success is wealth. You know, health is wealth, and that's why we're here. And so I'm assuming we're all on the same wavelength about that. Yes, Jenna. Yes, JJ. Yes, Ali. Yes, we know that. Amazing. Okay, beautiful. So quick introduction, I am Pearl. I'm a former dietitian turned entrepreneur. Used to work in a hospital, absolutely hated it. So I quit, did my own things. I really want to help impact people in a way that I thought was better served for my desires. So I learned how to balance my own hormones, optimize my own health, improve my gut health, improve my mental health, reduce anxiety, which I'll share more about. Thank you so much, Samantha. And I realized like, whoa, this is so cool. Like I was able to do this for myself and I want to help others do the same as well in combination with my education through schooling and being a nutritionist. And so I became really passionate about helping other people feel really good. And if you didn't guess, I love to dance. I'm also a dancer for background. I've been dancing for about 12 years, and dancing is something that's been a really big part of my life and movement in general. And so I'm on a mission, like Ali said, to help 1,000 women optimize their energy, their mindset, their overall health, to fuel their success and really thrive and build a life they truly love, right? And that's something I'm really, really passionate about. So this didn't do the edit. It's okay. I'll just say it. But I just want to share a little about my story and like where I've come from and how I've really been able to transform my entire life. So after I quit my hospital job and became an entrepreneur, my hospital job wasn't quite the vibe and it was causing me, I was anxious, I was low mood, I was lacking energy, I lacked motivation, I was burnt out. Let me know if you can relate to any of this. If you've ever been there in your life, drop a yes in the chat. I was lacking focus. My sleep was absolute shit. Like I was staying up all night, tossing and turning. And I was just like, man, like, what am I doing? Like, I know I want to help people, but I just wasn't sure what the next steps were, right? And I also, due to my stress levels and due to the lifestyle I was living at the time, I had really painful PMS symptoms and just my hormones were out of whack. It was up and down. And I just wasn't feeling like myself. I wasn't feeling like how I meant to feel. And I was like, I feel like I can feel better. It's like, I want to feel better. I know this is possible. Yeah, yuck city. Oh my gosh. And so now I'm in a place where I'm so grateful to be happier than I ever have been. Mental health is the best. I have no more anxiety. I have literally endless energy. People are like, wow, Pearl, how do you have so much energy? Like, what are you doing? I'm like, I don't know. I just did it. But no, it's been like a combination of years and years of building these habits. But I now sleep like a baby. I feel incredible every day. I'm able to do all the things I want to. I'm able to, stay motivated, stay focused, and just really be productive and also have time for myself and not feel stressed and like have to do all the things. And I also have painless PMS symptoms. My menstrual cycle is literally amazing, which is so, so, so rare in my opinion. I've heard from so many women. And that's a big part of what I want to do, just to help people realize like what it actually means to feel really good in your own beautiful way, and that you get to have that too, right? You deserve and get to feel incredible. And one thing I want to share is that, yeah, Sam, right? It's not true. So when I first got into my entrepreneurship journey, and let me know if you can agree or you can relate, for some reason, there was this narrative that you have to work your ass off and hustle and grind and sacrifice your life, your health, your physical, your physical health, your social life, your romantic relationship to build the business, Let me know if you ever like got caught up in that bro hustle, like I gotta work and grind and, do all the things. Because I did. And I realized like, oh, it's actually not true. I don't actually have to work X amount of time a day and not work out and not do this to be successful, And I realized that I actually got to take care of my health and do this and be happy and work my business and actually feel really good about it at the same time. Right? Sorry to hear that, JJ. And we're going to shift that. And so it's not true. No matter where you're at in your life, there's always time. I'm a big believer in both. You can have both. You can be successful and healthy as hell. You can have the life of your dreams and be successful. You can have it all. And for a long time, I was stuck. I didn't believe that. And so even as a health coach, building my health coaching business, I got sucked in and I wasn't taking care of my health while building my business. And I realized I was like, oh, this is not aligned. This is not an integrity, right? And so I had to catch myself. And I want to remind you that you have a dream. You have a big, big dream. I'd actually love to hear. Drop your dreams in the chat. Let me know what some of your dreams are, what you're working on. And one thing that really keeps me going is my dreams, is why I'm doing this, is my why. And I know we talked about your story and your why yesterday, and is my bigger vision and mission for the world. And I know having your health is one of the main ways you're going to get to your dream, because in order to facilitate and execute the dream, you need to have energy to do that, right? You need to have the energy to show up and to build a business and to connect with people and to take care of your well-being. And I'm assuming you want to be in this for the long term, right? Most of us want to have this long-term business and do this for a long run, right? And so having your health, your vitality, and feeling good sustainably, and also in your later age, as you get older, is so crucial, especially if you want to have this certain life, right? Love that, JJ. Yes, building an empire, Jenna. We're all here. We all have big goals. I am so excited for you, Samantha. Woo! All right, so I'm curious, Adrienne, hypnosis is so powerful. I love that you do that. I'm just curious, what is your definition of success? Like when you hear the energy of success, what do you think of? Drop in the chat. Like what are some things that come to your mind when you think of that? I love to hear because we all have our own definition of success, and that's how it should be. There's no one way to be successful. There's no one path to success. It's really about what makes it up for you and what you think is your definition of success. So I'd love to hear that in the chat, or I guess read that in the chat. I'm with my children. Yes, love that. Impact. Keep dropping in the chat and I'm going to move on. So imagine you're a magnet. Okay, you are a magnet. Ooh, I love that feeling. I love that, Ali. We are all magnets. We're all magnificent human beings that can literally attract anything we want to us. Now, when it comes to your health, when I say health, I mean it in a very holistic way. I mean it in your mind, body, and soul, your energy, your frequency, right? That's what I'm talking about when I say health. And so we are magnets and we have the power and the possibility to literally attract anything we want in life. And so when it comes to this, I'm going to talk about 3 key points and how we can really amplify our health to increase our wealth and thus attract all the things we want in our life. I love that, Samantha. Yes, yes, yes. So the 3 things I'm going to talk about is the quality of your magnet, is clearing the crap, and is raising your vibrations. So the first thing is the quality of your magnet. And when I say this, I mean the quality of you, like who you are, who you're being, your identity, your mindset, the standards you have for yourself. It's who you believe you are, right? It's what you're willing to do. It's who you're willing to shift to become. It's how you view yourself, how you think about yourself. It's the standards you hold yourself to. And in some ways, some of you might have really great standards in one area, but maybe when it comes to your health, maybe they're not as strong. Maybe you're killing in all areas. I'm not sure where you're at. But one thing I do know is that in order to improve the quality of your magnet and to live the life you desire, if that means that you want to be a really healthy, successful entrepreneur, you want to, maybe that's for you, have a 6-pack, or maybe it's, be really fit and be agile in your older age so you can play with your kids. Really shift your identity to know that you are able to become that and you get to choose. As long as you just say, I am now this. I am someone that works out regularly. I am someone that eats healthy, right? These are some things that I want you to think about when it comes to your health. Like, how can you improve the quality of who you're being, right? In terms of your mindset. Instead of making excuses, you tell yourself, no, I'm going to make time for this because it matters to me. And I have a new standard for my life, right? I have a quality of life that I want to experience. And that's important to me. So I'm going to then do that, right? I'm so happy you really improved your priorities around your health, Samantha. And you get to decide who you want to be. You get to decide how you want to feel and the type of life you want to lead. For the longest time, when I was stuck in my, lower vibrational state, I was really anxious and depressed, low mood. I didn't realize this yet. I didn't realize I got to decide who I wanted to be. And I remember having one of the worst panic attacks I ever had in my life. And I literally thought I was going to die. Like, I was hyperventilating. I was a mess. I was crying. I was just like, oh my God, my life is over. Oh my God. And I was like triggered by this event. And I was just so upset. And it just rocked me. And then I remember having this moment. Yes, you are, Adrienne. I had this moment where, I feel like my higher self came up to me and she woke me up and was like, girl, what are you doing? This is not who you're meant to be. This is not how you're meant to feel. You're not living the life you're actually here on this earth to live. And she told me, she's like, get your shit together, basically. And I was like, damn. And I was sitting there reflecting on my life. And I was like, you know what? It's so true. I was living up to my potential. I was living up to how I wanted to feel. And I got myself up. I stopped crying, wiped my eyes. And I was like, you know what? Look at myself in the mirror. And I said, Pearl, you're going to get your shit together and you're going to get rid of this anxiety and you're going to learn how to feel really good. And at that point, that was the most important thing in my entire life because I was feeling really low and just really lost in my life. And from that day where I decided that I'm not going to have anxiety anymore, I'm going to figure it out. I kid you not, I never had a panic attack ever again in my life. And that's the power of a decision. It's like I decided that I'm not going to feel that way. And I no longer feel that way. And that was 3 years ago now. And I no longer have panic attacks. My anxiety is basically nothing. And it's just you get to decide how you want to feel. Every single day you wake up and say, I choose to feel good. I choose to prioritize my health. I choose to move my body. I choose to lead this life and build the business and do the thing. right? And that's who you get to be every single day. So don't forget that. And maybe there's areas of your life where you want to improve this quality of your magnet, whether it's your health or your business or, who you're being. Maybe take a couple of notes what's coming up for you for yourself, but know that you get to decide this every single day. All right. And the second point is clearing the crap. So once you decide who you want to be, how you want to live, how you want to feel, things are going to come up for you. And that's natural. That's what happens as human beings. Things come up. We have old conditioned things. We have, limiting beliefs. We have these thoughts and our ego and imposter syndrome and self-doubt and all the things, right? And it's time to get rid of the crap that's holding you back. There's always something holding us back in some way, shape, or form. And maybe you're aware of the things, maybe you're not. Maybe it's conscious, maybe it's subconscious. But there always is a chance that you get to rise and be like, I actually no longer want this crap to hold me back. And for me, that was my anxiety. I was like, I no longer want this to hold me back because it's actually really annoying and like it's causing me to like not live my best life and be mad and sad about all these things that get triggered. And not that I never do anymore. I still feel the feels, but the process and how I grow through all these things and my nervous system regulation has been so improved that I really, really have been able to not let this hold me back as much, right? No one's perfect. So if you want to share in the chat, let me know, but drop it in the chat. Like, what's holding you back right now? What are you ready to let go of? What are you ready to get rid of that's holding you back in terms of achieving your health goals or your business goals, or in terms of you being the person you want to be, right? And knowing that you don't have to hold on to that anymore. And of course, this takes a lot of inner work. And I do this with my clients. We do the inner work. We work on your limiting beliefs and your narratives about yourself and figure out like where that came from and like what it did, what it is, and all the things. But know that you don't have to do all that deep diving. If you want to, you can, of course. But I learned this from one of my mentors. She's like, you can just choose to change. She's like, you can just choose to shift, right? When you decide you get the shift and when you decide to let that go, that's when it happens for you, right? So some of the most powerful questions I ask myself, and I also encourage my clients to ask, is whenever something comes up that is limiting belief or a, self-deprecating thought or, your ego or something that's just like not serving you, I ask myself, is that actually true? Is that actually true? Someone says, oh, like, I don't have time to do this, or, oh, I suck at this. Is that actually true? And I just take a pause. And for me personally, 99% of the time, it's not. It's just like this random voice saying crap. I'm like, oh, no, it's not. And then I ask myself, well, how can I do this then? If it's not true, then how can I get to that goal, right? If I am actually really capable of doing this thing, how can I learn? How can I get better? And when you ask yourself and ask your brain, how can I? Your brain will give you the answers because all the answers are within us. Your intuition will give you the answers, whether it's right away or the next day or a couple of days later. And it's really important to tune into what your intuition is telling you. And I know we had a human design talk earlier. Tune into human design and getting to know yourself at the core, right? And it's like, how can I create this for myself? And you'll start getting downloads and ideas, right? So you get to move past the crap by realizing like, oh, this thought that came up is actually inaccurate. It no longer matches this person I want to be. So how can I now become this person and take the action to become healthier, to get my ass in gear, to, get to the gym or to build the business, whatever it is. And then you're going to level up from there, right? So this is very powerful. I do this almost every time I have a limiting belief, which is probably every day for me, honestly, because they still come up, but it's how you move through them that matters, right? All right. And the last piece I want to share here is raising your vibration, right? So now that we've gotten clear of who we want to be, we've built the quality of our magnet, right? And we've cleared the crap that's blocking our magnet from attracting what it wants. Now we're going to raise the vibration, or we're going to elevate our frequency, or we're going to increase the strength of that magnet, right? And so there's many, many ways we can do this. And this is where, that the physical health and the physical well-being of our cells comes into play. But it's like doing more things that raise your vibration and less of the things that lower your vibration. And we all have things we know that definitely raise our vibration and things that lower them. And maybe you can even look at your day-to-day life and be like, oh, wow, I definitely know this thing is not serving me. This lowers my vibration. This is something I can definitely get rid of. And maybe you want to take a look at that. Right. But here's some things that you can also think about too that raise your vibration. So your thoughts, right? So are your thoughts ones that are of higher frequency, of ones that self-belief and self-love and encouragement and motivation and all these things? Or are they ones that maybe are making you feel not as great? Are you moving your body regularly? Are you dancing? Are you releasing? Are you playing high vibe music, right? Like we started this chat with. Music is a really great way to raise your vibration as well. What type of things are you listening to? Does the music make you feel good? Is your environment supportive where you want to be? Are the people around you supportive where you want to be? Is your environment clean, or is it causing your subconscious mind a little stress? You get to go out into nature to do some forest bathing, little things like that. The food is like literally what I talk about a lot in my work. Is the food you're eating helping elevate you, right? Plant-based foods have a higher vibration than animal-based foods. So are we eating majority of our meals that have lots of plants in them, that have lots of organic things and whole foods and things that are grown from the earth that help you raise your vibration? What are you drinking every day? Are you drinking lots of water, or is it coffee and tea and things that stimulate you? You know what I mean? How are your emotions? How's your nervous system? Are we working through that? Are we feeling emotions that are of higher vibration every day, like gratitude, like joy, like happiness? Are these things we're feeling more? Or are you feeling more anxious or, overwhelmed on the day-to-day basis? Taking a look at that too. Your people around you, your community, relationships literally impact everything. So looking at your core circle and being like, do these people help me get to where I want to be and feel really good? Or maybe not. Maybe I need a new circle, And of course, other things that affect you, like clearing your trapped emotions, working through your, deeper healing, doing meditation, doing breath work, energy healing. And of course, the media you consume affects your vibration. So how much are you scrolling on social media? Are you listening to the news? Are you, reading books that are supportive of yourself? And so these are all things that I help people shift and create really healthy habits around, so you can raise your vibration and feel really good, and then start to attract the things that really, really support you in your life. And the filter that I use around everything is, does it support how I want to feel or who I want to be? And I ask myself that every day. For the longest time, my main filter of my life was, does this make me feel good? If it didn't, I didn't do it. If it did, I did it. And I kept it really simple, because my main goal in life was to feel good. And so, does this make you feel good? Then like tune in to my intuition, and I'd be like, do I want to do this? Is this supportive? And that's how I made my decisions. And using your human design and using like one North Star that you decide is important to you to make decisions in your life will be one of the best things you get to do. When it comes to food, movement, people, business, anything, you can filter it through and allow yourself to lean towards what feels good to you, right? So that was my chat here. I did have a freebie for you all. And I did a 5-day challenge, and I created a signature program, and it's called the Energy Equation. That's my method of how I help people elevate their energy through mindset, through nutrition, through movement, through sleep, helping you optimize those areas of your life. And so I do have the audios for those. They're 5-10 minute audios, I believe, that you listen to one per day, and you help to build these really healthy habits into your life so you can fuel your success. So if you want these audios, just send me a DM on Instagram at PearlCC. I love to send you the link for the audios. But otherwise, I hope that was helpful. Hope you can really take some of these things and elevate your life and well-being and really vibrate higher on a higher frequency and be the successful human beings you are. I have about 4 minutes for questions. I do have a hard stop at 4:30. But otherwise, thank you all so much. I hope that was helpful for you and that you had some really powerful takeaways. I'm going to stop my share and we can continue. But if there's any questions, let me know and I'll be happy to answer them. Aw, thanks everyone. Glad it was helpful. Glad you enjoyed it. That's so great. I'm glad to hear that. Any questions? Any comments? Thank you, JJ. Glad you loved it, Jenna.
I love these reflections, Pearl. I love these. Does this support how I desire to feel or who I need to be? I think this is a powerful one. And I also love that the shift from just how I want to feel, because sometimes the things that help us become who we need to be or the life we desire to live don't necessarily feel good, or they don't necessarily, in that moment, they might not be the thing that we want to do. So I love that you added that on the end as well.
Yeah, I love that point too. Because sometimes, it's like, doesn't feel good. It feels there's resistance there, but that's where you need to go, right? But figuring out that discernment for you and like how it feels in your body is definitely something to like explore on your own. But knowing that I have found for myself where the resistance is where I need to go. Well, favorite quick workout reset move. What do you mean by reset move? What do you mean by that? And thank you, Adrienne. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. Increase your vibe. If you want to clarify the reset move, I will answer that question, Samantha. Energy. Oh, yeah. Okay. Honestly, it depends. It really depends on my state and like where I'm at. And so I think understanding where you're at, your state is really helpful for me. Usually it'll be a dance party, like moving on most days will be a dance party, but sometimes I actually need to sit down and breathe and meditate. I need to like release some stress. Or I need to like, just be with myself and step away from any stimulants and stuff like that. So it's one of the two. And other days it could be I need to go outside and get some air for a walk actually. So I think for me, it's my suggestion is just I like to have a list of all the things that I know that help me reset and then seeing what I need to do in that moment, depending on how I feel, depending on my state. And then I'll do that. It's kind of like prescription, Yes, dance parties are so good. So asking yourself like, what's going to help you get back to center and help you get back realigned and then see what comes up for you in that moment. Yes, one more minute. But it was so nice to share that. Everyone here is incredible. I loved your engagement in the chat. And JJ, I really think you should dance more. I believe everyone needs to dance more. It's like one of my missions in my business to get people to dance more because dancing's literally transformed my life. And just like how you can elevate your vibration and how quick it is and all the health benefits. And I'm going to share a fact that I learned and I'm absolutely obsessed with. And this made me love dancing even more. And it's that dancing is one of the few activities that activates the most parts of the brain at the same time. I'll repeat that. Dancing is one of the few activities that activates the most parts of the brain at the same time because you're listening, you're sometimes seeing, watching stuff, or you're watching yourself in the mirror, you're coordinating, you are maybe singing, you are, and so there's so many parts of the brain that are actually like lit up if you look on a brain scan at the same time. And dancing is like the brain's best gym. So everyone needs to dance all the time. Yeah. Oh man, I literally have like hundreds of favorite songs. Can I choose two? Oh my God. Man, I don't know if I can choose two, but right now I'm vibing to Deep Down. I'll send you, if you DM me, I'll send you the link. Deep Down. And then this other song that's like, it's not as high vibes, but it's like, I like bass music. So like bassy and it's like a chill vibe that I'm just like vibing to. So if you DM me, I'll send you a link for Deep Down. Despacito is a throwback, but it's also a vibe. Anyway, I love you all so much. I'm sending you all such good vibes. And if you want to learn more about my freebie, please DM me. Hope this is helpful. Go take some action. Go build healthy habits. Go take care of yourself. Elevate your frequency and go attract the success and wealth you deserve. I'm sending you all the most love and I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you so much, Ali, for having me.
Pearl, thank you so much. We love you. I hope you have an incredible day. This was amazing. I love having the dance party in here. That was, I love that. I went out by myself dancing this weekend. I was just like, I need to move. I need to go. So I love that about Pearl. She's definitely one for the vibes, for the energy. So how is everybody feeling? Drop in the chat, drop it